Hello everybody, Wells is here with a video response to GenerikB's Hopper item elevator. Now behind me I have got my version, which is very compact. It has a lot of torches though. It is done in a, let's have a look, I've forgotten already, a 2x3 space. And it can go as far up as you want, because if I place, for example, a stack of items in this chest, it will feed into the comparator, which will feed into the torches, and it doesn't matter how many items you put in, because the torches send a signal which pushes it up, so it doesn't matter how tall or how many items you put in, it will always get to the top. And as you can see, it's nearly as quick as a hopper taking it out of the chest, but not quite. And this is due to the redstone signal. Oh, there goes that. Redstone signal powering the hopper here. As you can see, this is a tileable design, so you can stack them right next to each other. This is the one next door, it also works as well. It's also going up to the top. So let's get building this. First of all, you will need your tower of droppers. I'm going to make mine about 10 tall. And then you are going to need the hopper feeding in with the chest on top, and you can put decoration around this if you want. Then you are going to need a comparator and a block, as in GenerikB's design. This is basically the same principle, but on the bottom, so it pushes, so it carries the signal to the top without having to waste extra space. And you put a redstone. Oh, no. Wait a sec. You put a torch there. And redstone down here. And a torch on the other side of this block. Which powers, well, when this torch gets powered, it will unpower this wire, and which means this torch will turn on, stopping this item hopper from sending any more items. And here comes the boring process. You'll need, for this column, like this set of blocks here, you'll need a block every other block. I recommend just pillaring up. And then for this one, you will need a block every 4, because you'll see in a minute. There. And this side, you will need a block every in the middle on the other side of every set of 4. Wait, I did that wrong. Gap of 3, because then you'll hit these middle blocks out here, and hopefully you'll be able to see that torch goes up to there and then back round, and then like a zigzag, a diagonal zigzag. So we will need torches on basically every single one of these blocks, but in special places. Basically, you want the torch to go round, so power this dispenser, but then you also want another torch to wind it back round again, and you will need to keep doing this as far as you need to go. Wind it around, not on there, keep winding it all the way to the top. Done. So, I have no idea how this works, because I was just messing around with my redstone. I knew that I would use a torch tower to push the items up, but I had no idea how to do it. So, what happens, when you put an item in there, the comparator will fire off. I haven't finished yet. You also need a piece of redstone there to power this dispenser down here. Oops. To power this dispenser. So when a item gets put in the dropper, it will power this comparator, which will unpower this torch, which will turn this torch on, which will turn this torch off, and then on, and then so on. And this is 100% efficient. So if I put one item in here, actually, if I put a whole stack in here, you can see the torches going off and on, off and on. And this design, you can do it in stages, because it will only work in stages where you have a torch right next to a dropper. So if I build one stage, you would have the droppers and hoppers, which is funny, and then you'll need the redstone again, the redstone comparator, the block, the torch, the redstone. I'm just recreating this other design. Stick with me, folks. Block, and redstone. So one section of this design would be when you put the torches on and the torch is powering one of the droppers. So this is one section. There is like, you could describe it as an A and B section type thing, because this is an A section where the torch is on this side next to it, and the B section is when you have block, torch. Oh no, my droppers have gone. Block, torch. Now this will be directly powering the dropper again. So that is what you could call the B section. That torch, that block, and that torch. And as you can see, if I put a stack of items in here, it will keep going and it will pop out the top like a fountain. But to compensate for it being stackable for every 2 blocks, you could also, let's turn this off. Oh, never mind, it's nearly done. To compensate for it being stackable for every 2 blocks, since you can't put, well, you can stop it there, but it will just get stuck in the dropper. To compensate for that, you can either have the dropper here facing this way and put a chest on the front, or you can have the dropper facing upwards and have the chest up here. But you can disguise it both ways, because here you can put a floor around it, this chest here, or if you have it up here, the floor would be here. And this is completely flush with the walls, so you can just hide all your... How did I stop? Anyway, you can hide all your redstone behind. 2x3 space, challenge done. See ya. P.S. Forget what I said about it being in 2x3 space and it being flush, because to be flush you need this block. You need this block here to hide the redstone, and because it and you have this torch here, which means it's not in a 2x3 space. There's actually this little bit extra here. That means it's in 2x4 space, But we don't really need to know about that because the main body's up there. See ya!